ladies, it is Wednesday, and it is Jess, and our two topics this week are online dating and how to deal with stress. And I'm going to take how to deal with stress because I have never done online dating, and I've never really thought about it, so I'm going to leave that for the girls who have done that to answer it. So I'm going to take dealing with stress, and I should mention, in saying that I have been incredibly stressed about making this video because the topic is so damn vague. There are so many things that you could be stressed about. I mean, you could be stressed about online dating. So, things people get stressed about. Obviously, people get stressed about relationships. So, family, friends, romantic partners. People get stressed about money problems, job issues, illness, lack of time, school, identity issues, what's for dinner. There's just a lot of things that we could be stressed about. So now the question is, what to focus this video on, because we need some focusing. And for simplicity's sake, I'm going to break stress into two categories: chronic stress and acute stress. So chronic stress is something that crops up a lot. So it's not the homework assignment that's due tomorrow, but it is the issue of trust in the relationship with your girlfriend. It's not the presentation at work you're giving next week, but the divorce you're going through. It's not the stress of being late for your appointment, but the fear of losing your job. And chronic stress is something that really needs to be addressed right away, because chronic stress is what affects your physical and your mental health. I mean, there are so many studies, being a person of science who enjoys that. There are just so many studies that link chronic stress to your health. So like how it affects your heart, how it affects your sleep, how it affects your life expectancy, how it affects your happiness, etc., etc., etc. Acknowledging the problem, talking to the people involved, and reaching out for help and resources is what you've really got to do. But I'm going to focus this video on acute stress because it's relevant to my life right now. Fuck finals. So, if you're like me, and you are feeling incredibly overwhelmed with the number of things that you have to do, my best advice is, or my one piece of advice really, is to get shit done. Bluntly put, the best way to overcome stress in this sense is to just get shit done. And that's all well and good. But how do you do that when, if you're like me, you suffer from a lack of motivation to get started? I have no problem once I'm doing the work to do the work, but it's really tough for me to start the work. It's the starting, not the doing, that's really hard for me. I have to lower the activation energy for you chemistry lovers out there, you fuckers. How do you enjoy that subject? I mean, more power to you, but holy fuck, it's so hard and organic and boring. We're getting off topic. We're getting off topic. Come back. I hate organic chemistry. Okay, so my way of life seems to be, why do today what you could put off until tomorrow? Procrastination and rationalization are my JOB. I cannot tell you how many times this situation unfolds. I do not need to do this assignment until tomorrow. And then tomorrow rolls around. I do not need to do this assignment until tonight. And then tonight rolls around. I do not need to do this assignment until after these 3 TV shows. And then after those 3 TV shows, do I even need to do this assignment? It's actually ridiculous that it happens so much. So, to prevent that cycle from happening, because I recognize that it is happening, I have a few tips and tricks that I do that really work for me and maybe might work for you guys. So, to get motivated to do whatever work it is, whether it's homework or a project for a job or writing those emails that you don't want to, whatever it is, so some things that I do to start. The first thing is I do little things to kind of get my motivation in the sense that I'm doing work, I'm productive. I kind of get the ball rolling by doing little things. So for example, like washing the dishes. That has nothing to do with the essay that I need to write. 10 pages for tomorrow. But it helps me feel motivated and feel productive to start working. So maybe you want to like clean your room. Maybe you want to wash the dishes. Maybe you want to clean the stove that you haven't cleaned in 3 months. I don't know. But just doing little things to help yourself feel motivated, and then tackling those larger projects that you really need to do. I think that's really helpful. The second thing that I do, has to do with taking breaks. I know Shayna specifically mentioned taking breaks is helpful for her. Rewarding yourself. There's a lot of studies that show that taking breaks is helpful because your brain can't focus for too long without taking a nice break. That's all well and good. It does not work for me because I have no self-control. And so if I'm supposed to take a 15-minute break, that's not what happens. I take a 15-minute break, and then it turns into an hour-long break, and then it turns into 2 hours, and then 3 hours, and then half the day goes by. And when you've hit half the day of a break, it's not a break anymore, you're just not working. So I don't take breaks, I just work. When I get started, I'll work for like 6 hours straight if I can, and not take a lot of breaks. Maybe like a break to like check an email, go to the bathroom, get something to eat, but like I don't take breaks because I have no self-control. So just realize what's going to be best for you. If you're going to be motivated by rewarding yourself with a cookie or a TV show or exercise, whatever floats your boat. But just do whatever is going to be helpful for you. Taking breaks for me is not helpful. Third thing that I do is I make lists. I'm a big list maker. I love lists, and I always have a bunch of them, like long-term, short-term. Right now, I just have loads of lists. And what I do is, to make myself feel better, is that on the bottom of them, I'll add things that I already done, and then I'll feel like, look how much I've accomplished, and then I'll feel motivated to keep doing more work to get my entire list done. So that's a little trick that you can use. This is my current to-do list. I have to send my rental textbooks back, I have to do the dishes, study, I have to edit my sister's essay, I have to buy a gift for a party, I have to fold laundry, I have to take the trash out, get a manila envelope, drop off my paper, email my advisor, get this form signed, write my friend back, meet with my boss, get the light bulb fixed, and these are all the things on the bottom. I woke up, I brushed my teeth, I ate, and I watched TV. So I'm super motivated now to do all of these things. The fourth thing that I might do is I might take the time to make a sweet playlist on my iPod, and then I'll feel motivated to listen to that as I'm doing work. The fifth thing that I do is to utilize my friends. I know that some people can't work with friends, but I really like working with friends. So if I have a class that I have an essay to write for, and I might get them to go to the library with me, and we'll write the paper together. And while you might say that you're going to get less work done if your friends are there, my argument is that I'm not going to do the essay if my friends aren't there, or it's going to take me much longer. So I prefer to do it with friends because it feels like an event, and it's very fun. And who doesn't want to have fun when they work, right? So, I don't know, it works for me. So, seventh thing that I do is I will kill two birds with one stone and do work while I'm, for example, at work. I'll do homework while I'm at, like, a job that with some downtime. That way I'm getting paid to do homework. It makes me feel like I'm, I don't know, gaming the system, and I'm a super genius, so it gets me really motivated. I'm like, suckers! I might also do work or homework during a class that I don't pay attention in, but attendance is mandatory, and I know some of you are going to say, that's rude! And you're right, it is. But that's how I get work done. Sorry, not sorry. And the last thing is that I just want to point out how crucial environment is for me. So I will literally spend 20 minutes trying to think about where I should go try and do work. And if I feel like, should I do work at this library in this room? And then my feeling is, no, I would rather bear Albus Dumbledore's love child than go work there. Then I'm not going to go work there. If I think, oh, why do I want to work at Starbucks? And I think, that wouldn't be, like, the worst thing in the world. Like, the worst. Like, I could do that. Then I'll pick that one. So, that's a little insight into my life and how I try and get work done. So, I hope that was helpful. Let me know what tricks and tips you guys have up your sleeves to help me get motivated. Share it with others. But I will see you guys next week. I hope you have a good week in the meantime. Bye!